Hello.
Hello.
What is what is let's see,
Oh, what? I'm sorry.
a family conference specialist?
So they are a worker who will sit down and essentially do a family conference. So it's like a big meeting with family members, the workers, attorneys, and things like that. And we sit down and we talk about the different support systems, different options, and kind of come up with a permanency plan for the kids.
Can I get one, speak with one?
Do you have a worker?
They really didn't want to assist me with the situation, so I'm not quite sure what to do.
Okay, you would have to talk to their supervisor.
Okay, can I speak with the supervisor here?
She's probably not going to be here because we are the smallest office. The bigger office with all the supervisors is in Stemmons.
Okay, can I have her make an appointment to meet her when she is
I
here?
won't be able to make that appointment for you, no, but I can give you her phone number and you can reach out to her directly.
Okay, let's see. And then I see on here that Metro Care has a family in crisis, family preservation program. Okay, here's the thing. I go to multiple different places, and I believe the government is enticing multiple different entities to commit crimes.
Okay.
Hindering a child custody agreement is a felony, even if a CPS is enlisted in the schemes.
Okay.
So multiple different locations I go to, I'm mistreated and violated out of corruption. The last time I was here, they threatened the police to cover up for multiple missing reports.
Okay.
You know, when one reports suspected child abuse and covering for it in your CPS, that is a crime.
Okay.
And I have tried multiple times reporting these crimes to CPS, and CPS staff, multiple, have covered for it, and that is a criminal offense.
Okay.
So I'm requesting to get this resolved now because I've been reporting multiple crimes, interference with child custody crimes to the police. They covered for it. I reported it to Metro Care caseworkers.
Okay.
They covered for it and did not tell me about multiple programs, which you guys did not as well.
Okay.
So can you tell me the procedure? I need to speak with a caseworker because this has been going on years, what the procedure is if child custody rights are terminated.
Like I said, if you've already.
I need to get something resolved today, ma'am. I'm requesting, I'm in a crisis now, and I think that multiple parties are enticed to cover up for the crimes.
Okay.
I would like to speak with a caseworker and get something resolved because you guys have been blowing me off years. If you are enticed to commit crimes, that's still criminal. So I'm demanding to get some. Yes, I'm demanding to speak with a caseworker because cover up has been going on years, and CPS has a requirement to protect children and families, and you guys are committing crimes, and I want it exposed.
Hello.
Phone call.
Bye-bye. So like I said, if you've already spoken to a case.
I think where there's a disconnect. There's a disconnect. There's a disconnect, ma'am. If you're covering for crimes, that's criminal. There is a disconnect.
Okay.
I would like to speak with a caseworker and report child abuse at CPS.
I have heard you. Caseworkers do not take reports. You have to call the report line.
I've already called the report line. I want to exercise my. How can CPS protect my child if there's government corruption and multiple parties enlisted in CPS to commit crimes?
I can help you.
Well, I need to speak with the supervisor because this is CPS and this is your responsibility to help with that.
You have to call that number.
Okay, I want to report criminal activity with multiple CPS workers in person. I've called the ombudsman, and multiple parties are covering for the crime, and that is happening to me, and that makes you guys conspirators, no matter who entices you to do it. I want to have rights and be able to report this criminal activity with it being forced everywhere I go to make calls on my phone. I need to speak with the supervisor on why multiple CPS workers are committing crimes, keeping me away from my child, and any advocacy or support. I would like to know, ma'am, I'm being disregarded. What time is it? Okay, I want to get something done here. I want to get something.
She's writing down.
No, ma'am. I want to get something. I have had to run around for years. I want information on what is the procedure. I don't know why you would disregard me, ma'am, and multiple crimes are being committed. I want information on the procedure on what happened. I'll need information on the procedure when child custody rights are taken. What's the procedure?
They didn't give that to you?
No. They didn't even tell me what I did wrong to not have child custody rights.
I tried to give her the phone number.
I don't want the phone number, ma'am. Tampering with evidence, being a conspirator and interference with child custody in your CPS is still criminal.
I
I want to know today, because you guys have been blowing me off for years committing crimes. What is the procedure for taking child custody rights?
Y'all been in custody?
My child has been away from me ever since 2018, and CPS as well as multiple other parties will not tell me why, even the court. I want to talk with someone today on what happened, and I want to know what is the procedure when CPS takes children away, and I want you guys to stop deflecting and covering up for crimes that makes you conspirators. I want to know today. I want to speak with someone today. I have a right. You guys have been playing games years. I want to know what is the procedure for taking child custody rights. I don't want no ma'am. I will wait. I want to speak with someone that will not commit crimes and tell me what the procedure.
That person's not here.
Okay, well I can wait. I want to speak with the
Going to be here today. You need
well then you're committing a crime, ma'am.
Here,
No, I'm here at Child Protective Services. People have been playing games for years. I want to speak with someone. I don't want to be enforced to call someone that's going to commit crimes on my phone.
Okay.
I'm at Child Protective Services.
And I'm telling you, there's no one here.
Okay, so there's no one. What time is it? There's no one here at Child Protective. I'm just getting the time, ma'am. There's no one here at Child Protective Services that can tell me why my child custody rights were taken away, and CPS refuses to tell me why and threatens the police to enforce crimes. I need to know why my child custody rights were taken away and why staff commits crimes and cover for it routinely and think that they can call the police to enforce crimes.
The answer is,
She's calling the police.
and we have an hour here this year to leave the information.
You didn't tell me why my child custody rights were banned. I don't understand why you refuse to tell me what's going on with my child custody rights in at multiple different locations. Why you won't tell me the procedure with taking child custody rights, and the best solution you can come up with all this chaos going on is to call the police on me? You're committing a crime right now. You need the consequences. You have been playing games ever since 2018. This is a crime. I need to know why my child custody rights were taken away and why CPS, you're committing a crime right now. Covering up for suspected child abuse is at minimum a misdemeanor. That's what you're doing at CPS.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's a
So that's what the police is telling them to do. That's who's having them do it. So if they get caught, they're having all these places commit the crime. So if you get caught in the criminal activity, call us. They have no right to deprive me of information on what the procedure for taking child custody rights. This is CPS. They have been getting away with this chaos ever since 2018.
My number is 214 372.
This is a crime. This is criminal. CPS cannot cover for child abuse, and they are repeatedly over and over and over again. This is criminal. This CPS worker has just committed a crime.
Now, don't put my face on your camera.
Well, you're committing a crime, ma'am.
You have committed one.
No, you can record. This is CPS, and I can record crimes that are being committed.
Don't put my face.
Well, you're committing a crime. This is CPS, and you're covering for child abuse. That's a crime. You have no right working here covering for crimes, threatening the police over and over again to cover up for you guys' criminal activity. I want to know what happened, why my child custody rights were taken away, and no one will tell me. I want to know why you guys are tampering with evidence, calling the police to enforce criminal activity. I need to know what is the proper procedure when child custody rights are terminated. Why can't you guys get your story straight? This has been going on ever since 2018. You guys need your charges. You're committing a crime right now. Calling the police to enforce your crimes is not acceptable. So she called the police because they can't answer the multiple missing reports. They don't want me to know my rights when they're taking child custody rights away out of criminal activity. The police has already enlisted CPS to commit crimes. They showed up at the Mockingbird location to interrupt. Now they entice these businesses to commit crimes with them. It's still criminal. So what kind of position would one be in when these places are committing crimes? They call the government to enforce their crimes. The police set it up, so we'll call the police to enforce the crimes we're committing because the police enlisted us to do it. They know that your family means a lot to you. So to abuse power, we are intercepting your relationship with your child and your family out of criminal activity. And what do you do every location? You call us. You call us to enforce the crimes. If she gets out of hand, we've been playing games with her ever since 2018. If she gets out of hand and demands to be treated like a proper human being, you call us. We will enforce the crimes. We've been doing it for years, arresting her, assaulting her, detaining her, and violating her for cover-up. Since we're running the show and we're the government, you just call us when it gets out of hand. Because by doggone it, she's not going to have any access to her child. This all is designed to hurt her and keep her miserable. And we have the power and she doesn't. So CPS, we need you to be enlisted in committing these crimes with us. We got paid a hefty amount to violate this woman for profit. And we need to make sure, ensures that she's nowhere near her daughter, who she loves and miss dearly, out of criminal activity. So you enforce it for us. Don't give her any information, period. No programs, no organizations, no nothing. No support, no love, no compassion, nothing. You immediately call us and enforce our criminal activity. And they have been doing it ever since 2018. Getting on the bus, trying to ride the bus, they do the same chaos. When they're leaving, trying to drive off and mistreat me riding dark, they pick up their phone and call the police so the police can enforce the abuse. Going to my cell phone providers, they pick up the phone, call the police to enforce the crimes going on with my cell phone. It's been going on long enough, ever since 2018. These people need their charges. She's committing a crime right now. CPS is not a location to cover for child abuse, and that is what they are doing. Even if the police entices them to do it, it's still criminal. So can you tell me why you're covering for the crime, ma'am, and calling the police? This is criminal, ma'am. Why would CPS, hearing all the chaos I'm going through, why would your first objective be to call the police? This is CPS, ma'am. My daughter in September 24, 2011 had bruises. I reported it to CPS and you guys can't find the report. February 2018, I reported to James Hastings that she was hit with the metal part of the belt. Someone sat on her hands and her legs and had her incapacitated, and she couldn't breathe while they whipped her. She was only 8, so she was small. I called that party, which she's in, has custody right now. She would not talk to me, and James Hastings, as well as multiple other parties, covered for it. They went up to the court and did a restraining order on me out of corruption. You guys, as well as multiple other parties, keep covering for it. You have not told me what I have done to not have access to my child. Keep threatening the police to enforce crimes. Will not tell me. I have talked to Rashida. She was rude. Will not give me the conclusion. These are federal crimes. Can you tell me why your first motive or your first idea would be to call the police? This is CPS. Why would you condone child abuse and threaten the police and call the police on me for reporting crimes? Why has this been going on ever since 2018? It is 2022. This is criminal, ma'am. Why would CPS enforce that my child not be in a safe environment? She just said that she got hit again. And everyone I have talked to has covered for it, including CPS. So what normally they do, they will arrest, and they have, and they will assault. They've gotten away with it multiple times. They are the law committing these crimes. But when will it end? It needs to be a stopping point. So I'll wait and see what crime the police has in store. Because I miss my daughter, I miss my family, this is sick, and they need the charges. So I'll wait. So the police can explain to me why a CPS worker threatened the police to cover up for child abuse. That's a crime. This is what MetroCare was supposed to have done. Call MetroCare Family Prevention Programs. Denied. Right here. They don't want me to know about any other programs because they're committing crimes. You can't really see it. If you would like to talk to someone about assistance for FGDM, please contact our local family specialist. They never given me any assistance. They're allowed to violate rights and don't give me anything, not even education, because they don't have their lie straight on why I don't have access to my child. So when you run the government, you don't have to have your lie together. You just interrupt CPS, and like I said, if there's a problem, call the police. We're setting all this chaos up. So call us to enforce your criminal activity. If it's still the police telling people to commit crimes, isn't it still criminal? Or does it change because the government's having them do it? Isn't it still a felony, interference with child custody agreements? Isn't that still a crime even if CPS wants to aid in it? Or does it change because it's the government? Let's find out. Ma'am, can I speak with the supervisor? Because multiple parties have been violating my rights as a parent, and I thought it was still criminal, even if Child Protective Services want to be involved in interference with child custody and schemes, so I don't have access to my daughter and have no answers on why I do not have access to my child. Yeah, I have a right to know why I've been put on my child custody rights were terminated, and I have no clue. Just because you don't have your life straight don't mean that it's acceptable. I need to know today why my child custody rights were terminated. No one has told me ever since 2018. They don't know. So if you don't know, I'm trying to expose that crimes are being committed here. Covering up for suspected child abuse, not reporting suspected child abuse was a misdemeanor. You guys are committing a crime at CPS. I'm reporting child abuse multiple times, and you guys keep covering for it. That's a crime. See how they're purposely trying to disregard? That's for a part of the emotional abuse that he has already enlisted these business to be a part of. So this is CPS, and I have went all over that, and they're deliberately trying to ignore me and disregard me out of this man's mental illness. And now that he's running the government, they can be enlisted in his schemes. They're just disregarding me. Look at them. Well, guarding caseworkers. Right here talking deliberately. It's not focusing well. But they're just right here making small talk, and ignoring me. It's deliberate. So before, when I wasn't recording, they would actually arrest me. It's meant to be emotionally abusive. Laughing and joking around. That same worker. It's not really focusing. It's sick. But they're told to do this. It was way worse. They would torture me. You gotta see it to believe it. I was distraught, panicking, like when I saw the snake. 911 kept hanging up in my face. I called animal control. On my phone, animal control would not call me back or come. I flagged down on police because I couldn't get any help, and that police wouldn't help. So when I'm panicking, they deliberately make sure I don't get any assistance, period, to torment and torture. And what I'm needing, ma'am, first, ever since 2018, my rights to know why my child custody rights have been stolen from me. I have no clue why James Hastings has sabotaged my rights as a parent, and I've been trying to find this out ever since 2018. No, James Hastings is a CPS worker that committed a crime and lied. CPS is a caseworker from Hillsborough CPS that made false statements and lied to sabotage my rights as a parent.
Okay, but where are your kids now?
Don't have access to my children out of corruption. I've reported that multiple times to CPS. I've done like over 30-something reports, and I finally, out of 30-something reports, got a CPS worker, Rashida something, that covered for it.
Okay.
So what I had tried multiple times to figure out, where did that 20-something, almost 30 reports go? Mm-hmm. Why would CPS violate me and mistreat me and threaten the police to enforce child abuse, which is criminal? Interference with child custody is a felony, even if the government entices you to do it. Hearing suspected abuse in your CPS, that is a crime. All parties that hear about this abuse in your CPS, you're committing a crime.
Okay, so have you spoken to...
I think you're the one that had me leave last time and threatened the police when we couldn't find my reports.
Ma'am, I thought... We've had the same conversation before.
But I mean, this is CPS, ma'am. You have a responsibility. You don't have a choice as CPS. You have a responsibility to investigate why multiple parties are committing crimes to sabotage my rights as a parent.
Hold on.
September 24, 2011. I'm just trying to give you the evidence of the child abuse.
I'm trying to tell you, I am an admin assistant. I'm not a...
Oh, well then they call the police on me. Okay.
We went through this already before, and we're going through it again. I don't understand what you want me to do.
Okay, well, I need a supervisor, ma'am, because the hearing suspected child abuse in your CPS is a crime. September 24, 2011, this woman had bruises on my daughter. I reported it to CPS, and it's not, I'm reporting the child abuse, and that's really not okay for CPS to interrupt it. September 24, 2011, she had bruises on her. Then February 2018, I reported abuse to James Hastings. He covered for it. Then she reported that she was hit April of this year, and multiple parties covered for that.
Ex-husband have the kids?
No, it's the dad.
Their dad have.
Yeah, and I'm just, my thing of it is, while I'm here,
Their dad to this day.
right, and he made false statements to the court. I'm here at CPS reporting child abuse. And my thing is, why are you guys committing crimes?
How are we committing crimes?
Hearing suspected child abuse and not reporting it is a Class A misdemeanor. That is a crime for you to hear suspected child abuse in your CPS and covering for it. This is criminal what you're doing. Calling the police repeatedly to enforce crimes is criminal. You just heard suspected child abuse. I reported to CPS and they've covered for it 3 times. This is the 4th time and you guys call the police. This is criminal. You just committed a crime.
So when the police gets here, then you can make your report.
Yes.
That's all you have to do.
Yes, let's see what happens and what crimes they create. You tell me, can you find someone that can tell me the procedure when taking child custody rights? Because interference with child custody is a felony, even if CPS workers are enlisted in committing it. I don't know why multiple parties would cover up for James Hastings out of Hillsborough. I don't know why CPS would deprive me of education on the procedure of taking child custody rights away. Repeatedly over and over again since 2018 and threatening the police without giving me information. These are extreme events. What would make CPS enforce child abuse and get away with it for years?
What's going on?
Can you please have her removed, escorted out of our office, please?
Okay.
Well, I need to talk with something. Hindering,
She what?
We've had y'all come out here before to remove her a few months back, and it's the same thing with her again. So there's no getting with her. She doesn't let you talk. She doesn't let you do anything. She is recording us. So if you could just have her escorted out.
okay, well, I want some answers, sir. What's your name?
Officer Lee, come on, let's go.
No, I need some answers, sir. I'm at CPS. Let's get the full side of the story. That would be biased for you to only take one side of the story. There's some extreme events going on here.
They don't want you anyway,
Well,
so-
let's discuss the extreme events, sir. Don't cover for them. Tampering with evidence is a felony.
I'm not.
So you're committing a crime right now. Let's get both sides while we're in here. Now, what's your name?
I just told you.
What's your name?
Let's go outside.
No, let's get the situation resolved. Why I came here. Tampering with evidence is a felony. What's your name?
So
Kaylee?
this is how it is.
Are you guys committing crimes? Let's figure it out.
Okay. I'm gonna have them tell you that you're no longer welcome here.
Okay,
If at that
why
point-
would you
and
guys
listen,
tamper? He's smiling.
You criminal
Why?
trespass.
Why would you only?
If you don't leave after that, we're gonna arrest you.
Okay, so I'll go outside. But are you tampering with evidence? Not allowing me to discuss
let's
what's
go
going
outside
on?
then, so we don't gotta arrest you.
Okay, because if you have done it out of criminal activity, he's coming up on me close. They set up for CPS to do this.
Let's go.
So these are intimidation tactics to get away with their crimes. They're the ones that having them do it. Okay. So here's the thing, Kaylee. What's your badge number? 11132. And your name?
Martin Escalera.
It's not really given. I don't know why it doesn't want your picture on here. That's weird. It's not even showing pictures. Like you guys are like someone's controlling it and they're tampering with evidence and don't want you on the screen.
So what do you need? What's going on?
Okay, and your badge number is 11203?
What do you
Okay. Okay, so this CPS, right?
need? Yes.
Okay. You do they investigate child abuse?
I believe they do, yes.
Okay, well, a child abuse occurred September 24, 2011, and they can't find it. Child abuse occurred February of 2018, and James Hastings covered for it. Child abuse occurred April of 2022, and they covered for that. Interference with child custody is a crime. It's a felony, and CPS is a part of schemes to violate my rights as a parent. So this is criminal. And that's a felony. Hearing suspected child abuse, whether you're police or CPS, that's a Class A misdemeanor. They just committed a crime.
Did you do a referral for your CPS?
I did multiple. Here, sir. Go figure out. Ever since 2018, the court, multiple CPS staff have not got their life straight. Can you go figure out why my child custody rights are violated and why they call the police to cover up for crimes?
I don't work for CPS.
Right, so you're law enforcement. Crimes are being committed here and you're covering for it. That's a felony. You're committing a felony right now along with CPS.
How'd you get here?
I rode the bus. Why?
Okay, because they don't want you on the property, so you gotta go.
Okay, so you're committing a felony right now.
No, I'm not.
You are hearing suspected child abuse and covering for it is a crime, and then also trying to bully me and enforce interference with child custody crimes.
I'm not. They said you causing a disturbance. I came.
Well,
here and they wanted you to leave.
causing a disturbance is not a felony. Interference with child custody is, and you're covering for that, which is a crime. Tampering with evidence is a felony.
So, are you gonna step off the property onto the sidewalk?
I don't understand why you would come here and cover for CPS committing crimes. CPS is not the place to tamper with evidence and not report suspected child abuse.
Can you go step on the sidewalk and leave?
Okay, why are you coming up on me for trying to report child abuse?
I'm just making.
I don't know why my phone is
I'm doing
malfunctioning
my
and not
job, so
recording you.
I'm making sure you leave.
I
Since
d-
you want to leave.
Okay, so I don't understand why you're shaking and nervous and then coming up on me to try to bully me for reporting child abuse.
I'm not.
I don't know why I keep getting arrested reporting crimes.
I don't know why.
I think that you guys are corrupt. This is criminal right here. What's going on here and trying to intimidate me.
Oh, so have you been downtown before?
What, for what?
You know Jack Evans headquarters?
What about
The
it?
police headquarters?
Okay.
You can go there and make a complaint.
I've already done it, but I don't understand
do
why I
it
keep
again.
bullying,
You should
get
do it
bullied for
again.
trying to, because this is criminal. You're committing a crime right
Yeah.
now.
Go down there. They have a whole child abuse unit. You can go down there and talk to them. And then you can tell them that you feel that.
But why are you not? I want to report.
need to
I want a
get-
report number for this because I just reported crimes to you and you're covering for it.
Okay,
I want to
let me
report.
get it. After
Okay.
I get that, then we gonna. Get you out
Yeah.
of
Okay.
Here,
Give me
right?
the report number on why you're covering for the interference with child custody, which is a felony, and why you're covering for CPS committing a Class A misdemeanor, not reporting suspected child abuse and a CPS. And I don't know why my tablet's malfunctioning and not recording you guys' image and how you were trying to bully me for trying to report the crimes. Can I ask you a question, sir, while you get that? Is the law enforcement behind these crimes that are being committed? Why do I have so many criminal trespasses for reporting crimes and I get arrested and bullied? Isn't this criminal?
Here you go.
Isn't this a crime, what you're doing right here? This is the incident report number, sir.
That's gonna be what it
These
is.
are crimes being committed. Why are you denying law enforcement?
Everything that we talked about with you.
You're
gonna be
committing
in
a crime. You two officers are committing a crime right now.
They don't.
Are you targeting me, sir?
No.
You are targeting me and you're committing a crime.
One call about you not leaving.
Well, they were committing a crime in there, and you're covering for the crime. They've been
Not at
committing the
all.
crime ever since 2000.
I'm worried about the crime you're committing right now. Criminal trespass.
The criminal trespass is a misdemeanor. Interference with child custody is a felony. Not reporting suspected child abuse for you and CPS are also crimes.
That's
Both
fine.
of you guys are committing crimes right now.
I told you. Look here.
This is not an investigation. This is an incident number, so that won't be
I'm trying
investigated.
to tell you something.
I don't understand why police are targeting me and enforcing crimes for the multiple
Look.
different businesses that people wouldn't believe.
That address right there.
They're tampering with evidence, sir.
That
They
address
threatened to take me
right
to jail
there.
for reporting identity
Go
theft.
to
That's
that
criminal.
address right there, and you can make complaints. And
They
you can
won't
tell
give me
them
my
that-
record, sir, which is a crime, and I don't understand why so many parties cover for this chaos.
All right. Well, you got to get off the property, so you need to at least go on the sidewalk or to the bus stop.
I'm leaving. I don't think that if they don't want me on the property, I think you guys enticed them to commit the crimes. I think that's why they showed up and enforced child abuse, enforced the crimes at first at the Mockingbird location. I think you're behind why these businesses violate me and mistreat me. They don't want it, you want it, and you entice CPS to commit crimes with you.